Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Caden Be Fishing. Today we are ice fishing again, obviously. I'm in my shack here. I have one tip up outside my shack over here and one on the left as well. See if you guys can see that. One on both sides of me. I'm set up here actually on Cedar Lake. I'm telling you guys that because it's a pretty big lake. A lot of people know about it. No reason to hide it. We are actually set up on some good spots here. I put the camera down a couple holes here I've drilled, and I found a bunch of crappies, a bunch of bluegills. So hopefully we can catch a couple of them. Usually on this lake they're pretty finicky, but we're here, we're gonna try it. I currently have, oops, let me see here. I currently have the larvas on the orange tungsten jig. Trying that out again today. On the tip ups, I have two very large shiner minnows. So hopefully we get a little action from that. And yeah, let's see what happens. So I did drill a lot of holes, so that might have scared, honestly, a lot of these fish. But they tend to move around here in schools, and they'll move from crib to crib, kind of just going around, so. And I did see it, like I said, I drilled like 2 holes right here, and then I saw a fish in the hole, so I was like, oh, we jigging here. But I did end up drilling a couple more holes for tip-ups and all that, so might have probably scared the fish away. But that's okay. We're out here jigging. And it looked like the fish were all kind of like from the bottom to about 2 to 3 feet up. They were all just kind of like periodically placed. So I really just want to do a bunch of up jigging and then slowly lowering it back down to the bottom. Makes me nervous being in the crib like I am, because I really don't want to catch the crib, because if I do, I'm definitely going to lose my jig, because this pole has got 2-pound test on it. And I feel like that's not gonna, that is not going to keep the fish, or excuse me, keep the jig on if I hook the log. And I heard that, well, I know that the fish here are very finicky, like I was saying, so this is going to be very difficult. But that's okay. I'm about it. All right. Saw some fish in the background swimming by, so we're going to turn the camera here and see if I can see any other fishes in the area. Moving through, moving around. I could be a little too close to the crib. That could definitely be a thing. I think there's a good chance I'll catch some fish here. I just need to be patient, because I think when I first got here and drilled all the holes, made all that noise, put the minnows down and all that, probably scared away a lot of fish, to be honest. Might even need a bigger jig head. I always go tinier, but maybe I don't need tinier. I just don't like the angle that I'm at with this. I wish I would have moved over a little. It's a big crib though, so it could be. Alright you guys, I see a school of crappies floating over right now. And I am attempting to get their attention. These fish are so finicky. I literally have him on camera. He came up with it, and now he just didn't hit it. I think I gotta raise my camera up a little bit. There's literally a bluegill sitting over there. Here we go. So yeah, I had a bluegill here, looking at it. The school of fish swam by. So the bluegill was checking out my lure. But he didn't take it because he's finicky. These fish are literally like 3 or 4 feet off the bottom. Like I saw the whole crowd of them on the camera here. I saw the whole crowd of them like coming through in the background above the crib. So I'm fishing like right next to the side of it near the bottom, and that's probably not where I should be going. That's okay. We're gonna just be jigging out here. Try to get some attention. If I can get one to come over. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I had one. He had it in his mouth. I hooked him a little too soon. Here comes the crowd, they're here. Got one guys, got one. Good one too. Oh, oh! Yes! That is a crappie right there. A nice crappie. Oh. I mean, that's probably a good 7-incher. 8-incher for you guys. Heck yeah. The school, literally, I watched the school come in on the camera here. I saw them swimming in from the background, swimming in, so I just jiggled my bait up a little bit, and then they just came up and hit it. The first one, I think, was a bluegill. I don't think I'm going to keep any fish today, but we'll let him go. There we go. All right, let me get my phone going here, too, because there's a bunch of crappies down there right now, so I'm going to try to get this all on camera. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the GoPro now, and I'm going to try to film it just face to face here. So actually, I need to get some more bulbs because I just caught a nice crappie. So I think this kind of fishing is going to be a little different like this because the school, whenever it comes by, that's when you're going to catch fish. And you're pretty much always just waiting on that school of fish to swim by. That was nice. I think I need to tighten my drag just a little bit on this pole. That was a good fish. Let's see if I can get one on the cell phone camera now. I hear someone driving over there, which is not good because I don't think the ice is thick enough to be doing that. Oh, it's a snowmobile. Of course, he comes over right by me. I'm gonna try going way down to the bottom and then working my way back up. I saw them swimming pretty low when they swam by this time.
How you doing in there?
Not too bad. How's it going?
Good, good. Finding any fish?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Come on over here. I got a little ice camera in here. There was a couple crappies swimming by not too long ago.
Oh,
I can see them in the background. The crib is right about where my shed is here.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So,
there's about 20 cribs in this colony right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only been over here a couple of times. I parked way over there, so I walked all the way over here.
Oh.
I got lucky. I drilled a few holes and I found it. So
Good, good. Yeah.
trying to get them to come over. Every once in a while, I see them in the background, kind of just a bunch of them schooling by.
Sure.
And I'll get a couple lookers to come over and.
Okay. Well, you know, it's a twilight bite here, morning and evening,
Yep,
typically.
Yep.
So. Yeah, well, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to fish today. I just I want to check ice thickness. I got a small wheel.
I think, almost about 5, I'd say.
Well, you know what? I just measured over here. I had 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So
Nice.
So yeah, that's a good thing. But I got a little wheelhouse, and I think it's a little too soon to bring that out. You know?
Oh yeah.
I just brought.
Oh, a little ski-doo, nice.
Well, I brought the snowmobile out, but
yeah, I wasn't thinking it was going to be thick enough to bring my car. I was like, I don't see any cars out there. I'm not going mine out there.
No, it's too soon. But like I said, that's why I'm checking, because I've got a little wheelhouse, and it's gonna get in other people's lines.
Yep. I've caught about 1 crappie so far, but I've seen a bunch of them swimming by. They just they just keep going, you know.
Well, that's good to hear. This particular spot has been, you know, where I've been fishing the last several years, and
oh yeah.
But the 2 years ago, I got my house out here right away, and we caught fish, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like other years, and after I went to Florida, one of my buddies moved over. He was fishing over on the east side.
Okay.
He came over, and a little later in the season, they moved over here. You know, I mean,
oh, nice.
Fish came in on these cribs pretty good.
Yep.
Then, so
I was hoping that if I got out here, you know, at about noonish is about when I came out here. I was hoping that if I, you know, find a good spot, you know, drill some holes, find a spot, I can post up and.
It can take quite a while.
Yeah, it took me a few. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't know where I am.
Oh yeah, I don't want to let all your heat out.
Oh, you're fine.
But yeah, that's good. Well, like I say, I'm just checking ice thickness and stuff. I'm going to go watch the football game here shortly. But
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a couple over here. I got a YouTube channel. I make videos, fishing videos.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm trying to. I got my little GoPro here. I'm trying to figure out how I can get them on this and on that at the same time, and hopefully make something. You know.
Yeah. Well, good.
And I didn't. Good. Usually, there's always a bunch of people out here, and I didn't see anybody. So usually, when I'd come out here, I'd find wherever the cluster of shacks are, and I'll just try to ride the skirts of whoever's out there.
Well, and see, you'll that's why you see people clustered so close together because of the crib colonies. You know, I mean, they're on top of the cribs, and that's where the fish are.
Yeah.
There can be a good basin bite out here too. You know, in the winter, but. That gets to be a lot of work, a lot of drilling, a lot of scoping, and so at least you're seeing some fish, and they will bite. They'll come around, you know. I mean, it's always
in the evening usually.
4
my
o'clock
dad says.
thing, you know. But boy, for the most part, it's done at dark. You know, I mean, once dark hits, it's pretty much over. So well, I'll get out of here, let you fish.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Good luck. Look up that Star Prairie Fishing game, though. Then you'll find where the cribs are, and it'll save you a bunch of searching in the future.
All right, thank you very much.
You bet.
We just got checked by the DNR. He didn't ask me for my license, so that's cool. I have one, obviously, but never had that happen before. I do see some fish kind of coming in here, so hopefully we can get a couple to come over and check us out. Got a couple lookers. Oh, he's eating it. Not a big one, but he's nibbling on it. Oh, how am I missing him, man? I'm watching him eat it. Got him that time. Oh! That is a crappie right there. That's a crappie. Oh, holy crap. Oh. There we go. It's a nice one right there. It's a black crappie, I believe. Same as the other one. Decent one. Heck yeah. If I was keeping fish, for sure I'd be keeping that guy. Okay, the crowd should be still nearby, so I'm gonna try to put this back down again. Hopefully they'll come. Get a couple to come more. I had like 2 or 3 of them like suck the bait in, but they didn't like. I must have, when I hooked them, just must have did a little too hard. See if I can get this bait back down there. Hopefully there's still some close. It was like a group of like, I don't know, I want to say like 15, 20 of them. That was cool. I got that on camera. Also, DNR guy came over. Wisconsin or Star Prairie Fishing Game. That's what his hat said. He didn't ask me for my license, which is interesting, but he said he was just checking the ice. He's wondering what I had in here, so I was like, oh. I think I am going to be fishing here until dark, because what time is it right now? Let's see. About 2-ish. And about 4 o'clock is when he said the fish are really turned on, so I'm probably going to stay here until around that. I have it like, there's like the crib that's down there is pretty, it's not super tall. I'd say it's about probably 2 or 3 feet tall. It's like logs that are like stacked like this on top of each other, but like it makes a big square. And like, it's about 2-ish feet tall. And so the fish, they're cruising just above the top of it and like around it. So I'm trying, and they're not all like around it all the time. Like the schools are kind of just swimming by, as you probably heard that guy say. They're kind of just swimming by. So I'm trying to just, you know, jig and make as much flash movement as I possibly can to hopefully get them to come over and bite. And I'm considering keeping some fish. Considering it, playing with the idea. I should have kept those fish if I was going to do that. I can keep 10 panfish a day on Cedar Lake, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I love fishing so much. No flags so far. I usually don't get too much luck with tip-ups out here on this lake. I think I've had, like, the last like 5 or 6 years that I fished out here, I think I have had tip-ups out. And most of my fishing that I was most of the fish I was catching was on jigging. So I don't know that I want to do too much tip-up fishing when I come out here. My dad told me I should put tip-ups out, so I did, obviously. But I think what I'm going to do next time I come out, I'm going to get some crappie minnows. And I have a bobber pole hooked up with, obviously, a bobber and a little treble hook. And what I think I'm going to do is, on that bobber pole, I'm going to put a crappie minnow. And I'll have the crappie minnow on in the background. So I'll have my camera hole, I'll have a little ways away my jig hole that I'm jigging in, then I'll have another hole a little ways further away with a bobber and a minnow straight down. That way I can see the minnow swimming, and then I can probably catch some crappies on that as well. I haven't seen the school swim by for a minute, so they're probably off doing something. I want to check my small boxes. Maybe I can find something that I can jig that's a little bit bigger, because these crappies don't seem to be too afraid of the size of my jig. So I'm honestly considering using something a little bit bigger. I also got this little tiny jig. It's got a purple head with a pink face. I think I'm going to tie that on because it's a little bit bigger, but it has a longer hook. You guys can't see this. Looks like that. Purple head, pink face, little jig, but it has like a longer hook on it. And that, I don't know if I should. There's no harm in doing it, but it's a choice. Also, I don't know if this one glows or not, but that'd be kind of cool if it did. Sure be cooler if you did. And even if my camera dies, once it starts to get a little darker, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. So because I have a good spot here. And that guy even told me there's like a cluster of cribs right here, so it's not just one. I was thinking it was just one crib here, but there's actually a cluster apparently. So that's kind of cool. So I might have to actually go and find the cluster. Because, well, I mean in it, obviously, but I mean like if they're like pretty close together, I'm going to go in the center of whatever the cluster is and just jig there, because if the fish are moving around the cribs constantly, if I can be in the middle, that'd be even better. You know? I just want to try this purple one because it's a little bit longer, a little bit bigger than the other one I was using, so I feel like it'll attract just a little bit more attention. And I think that would be pretty cool. And might get more bites, so. It's also a little bit of a different presentation, too. So there is that. I have the purple jig on, tungsten jig, with a little pink eyes on it. I can see some bluegills on the screen. The crappies that are here are actually pretty nice sized. Thought about keeping a few, but we'll see. We will see. It's 3:42, so actually we're getting pretty close to the time that should be magical. And I'm hoping once it hits that time that it will be hard to keep the fish off the pole, you know? We'll try this jig for a bit, see if they have interest. If they swim by, they don't even look at it, they don't even want it, then we'll tie something else back on, figure it out. Had one little crappie swim by a little earlier, look at it, and kept going. I was like, ah, damn it. Almost had him. I'm just glad we're catching some fish out here. I knew there'd be a couple, but I just didn't know if there would be, you know, anything crazy. Yeah. I just haven't seen the fish come by for a while. I'm going to pause this until I see them come back around. Got one, guys. Slab. Absolute slab. Absolute slab. Absolute slab. I think I'm gonna start keeping fish, guys. Yep. That was crazy. That fish came up when I was not paying attention. I was just jigging, and it came up and ate it. I looked at the screen real quick, and all I saw was a fish swimming away with my bait in his mouth. And I was like, oh! Hooked him. If we only catch a couple, I'll probably let that guy go. But, put this back down. If anything, I'll just freeze a couple of these guys. Camera's getting a little bit dim, but that's just because it's getting later in the day. If I would have been keeping fish, I would have had 3 on the ice already, but that's okay. Should I let them go? I'm gonna let them go. I'm not gonna keep them. I want to, but at the same time, I'd rather just let them get bigger, you know? Oh. Excuse you, sir. You were released. You were released. There you go. Jesus. Guy wanted to stay. I put him down the hole, he just launched right back up. I'll keep fish next time. Next time I come here, I will keep fish. Or at least I'll come here with the intention to keep fish. Because today I didn't, I just come here to catch them, so. We'll let them live. For now. Hooked up, guys. Another nice crappie here. Got that off. There he is. Another nice one. Heck yeah. I think they're getting a little more voracious. If we start catching them more consistently, then I might have to keep a couple. At least 5, because there's 2 fillets per fish. You get 2 nice slabs of meat off of, you know, 1 fish. So I get 5, that's like 10 slabs of 10 slabs of meat, so that's, you know, plenty for me. I had a bluegill come up, you guys. I think it might have eaten my bait off. It ate one of my bulbs, one of my larvas. So we'll get this waxy back on here and get back down there. Hopefully get some more crappies and maybe a bluegill. It'd be sweet. Got a little baby bluegill sitting in front of me right now. Tiny one, tiny guy. Oh, he swam away. Scared him. Go down to the bottom. Work back up again. It's crazy. I've seen a few bluegills today on the screen when the school of fish swim by, but mostly crappies is what I've seen. Mostly crappies. Which is more or less what I kind of expected, because there's honestly a large population of crappies in this lake. Like, people mostly come out to Cedar Lake to catch crappies. So I've actually caught some pretty decent ones, if I'm going to be honest. A couple of them are pretty nice keepers I probably could have kept, but that's right. Kind of just wanted to catch them for fun today. I honestly was just hoping I would find some of these cribs today to fish around, to fish on. And I wasn't sure if I was going to find them or not, but thankfully we did. Alright, you guys, well, we are still out here jigging for a little bit longer here. My camera did die, my underwater camera, so right now I'm just kind of blind jigging. I know pretty much what's down there, what it looks like, so I'm going to keep doing that for a little while longer. I do not have much of a light. I have literally this little flashlight, so this will probably be the end of the video. Unless I catch something crazy, I'll make sure I get that on my phone. I can use my phone flashlight and all that, so thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, you guys, might not be able to see this, but I just caught a jumbo crappie. An absolute jumbo. Hold on, let me get the unhooked here. There he is. Jumbo. Heck yeah. There we go. And my camera died a while ago, so I've just been blind fishing. Pretty nice one. Heck yeah.